Hello everybody, I am Joshua from Simtastic Builder and welcome to this Sims 3 house building video. Now today I am building a house called Peaked Perfection, which is a quite interesting house built here in Starlight Shores. Now it is a 3-bedroom home. 2 of the bedrooms are in a walkout basement and the master bedroom is upstairs. So this house does have a walkout basement, like the last one I did here for the Sims resource, and it's very interesting. I like the way that it turned out. So you can see here I'm actually doing the basement, putting in the foundation kind of thing and putting in the walls. You can see the foundation shape is already in, and we're just putting in the first floor walls. So yeah, this house is quite nice. It turns out nicely, even though it's not too big. It is of a decent size, and it does have a very nice living room area, which you'll see as we get there. Anyway, you can see here just putting in the roof. There's a 2-story living room. You can see I just put in the second level there, which is the second floor from the front, and the third floor from the back. There is no really rooms up there. There is one room up there, which is kind of like a loft study thing, but most of that second floor area, or third floor, whatever it is just 2-story space for the living room. So you can see here the roof is all in. Also, I just put in that weird thing around back, which I do remove, like that thing that kind of sticks up with a flat top. I don't know what to call it. Anyway, the roofing material is in. It's a corrugated metal kind of look, which obviously is not everyone's favorite type of roofing material, but I thought kind of was interesting on this house. I do like the way it turns out, especially with the materials I use for the exterior. The outside is like stone siding and then like a blue horizontal siding, so it does turn out quite nicely, and I do like the way that it looks. Anyway, here I'm just messing around with the roof so I can have a kind of like the way the roof works. You'll see is there's no like wall around the outside of it, if you will, so I mean you can kind of see underneath it on the porches, which is kind of neat. Anyway, I'm adding another one of these tower things, which you can see I already have one, and they kind of match the slope of the main roof. But I thought they kind of added some interest to the house, and they were very interesting. So that's what I did there. And yeah, so anyway, I'm just finishing off the back here. I removed all the kind of normal decking. I replaced it with foundation, so there's no decking foundation. It's just normal foundation. And there we go. I'm just doing the same thing with the roof over that part, and there. So that's basically the shape of the house finished, as you can see. That's all done and nice. Anyway, what am I doing here? Oh, you can see I just removed the floor for the 2-story living room. And there is a double-sided fireplace that goes right through the middle of the living room, which turns out quite nicely. And you can see here, I do put in these fireplaces originally, though I do change them out later. Yeah, and they actually were very nice. I think it's a very interesting feature, the double-sided fireplace. So it's not really double-sided, it's just 2 fireplaces on each side of a wall. But it looks really nice from inside, so you'll see how that turns out. Anyway, I'm putting in the front door here and some windows, so just starting up with that. And you can see here there's some nice large windows around the front, and also there'll be some large ones around the back as well, of course, so you can see the water. Because the house does have a very nice view of the water, because it's like looking out to the beach, and your Sims can walk to the beach from the back of this house, which is very convenient. Of course, it's very close by, which is nice. Anyway, I'm just cutting out the foundation for the basement, and I'm just adding in some more windows here. You can see nice large windows downstairs. So you can definitely see the ocean from the house, which is a very nice feature. Also some back doors, of course, some more windows around the place. And yeah, there you go. That's pretty much the windows and exterior windows and doors almost done. I think I add a few more in later. Yeah, and then this is the back stairs here, which I put in so you can walk down from the upper balcony, or deck I guess it is, down to the ground level. So you'll see that here I'm just putting that in. I end up raising up the terrain instead of using this wall because it won't work because it's technically the same level. So I can't put stairs from the foundation to that wall, so I ended up raising up the ground here. As you can see, that worked. And yeah, so it kind of goes down a few steps and then it goes around a corner and then continues down, which works quite well. And you can see here I'm doing that. I don't do it in that way. Yeah, there we go. That's the way I do it. So you kind of come down the steps, and yeah, you kind of come down the steps and then down another flight of steps, and then you're on the bottom floor. So it's just kind of a nice way that you can go downstairs without going through the house. So you can see there I just did that. Also putting in this as a temporary thing for what's going to be the back patio, which the final one is out of terrain paint and not wood flooring, so you'll see that. Anyway, we're beginning on the exterior colors by the looks of things, and you can see here I'm using this kind of blue horizontal metal siding, I guess. I don't really know what it is. And then this white color. I started with yellow, but then I changed it to white. This white colored horizontal siding, which is like, I think it's wooden, which is quite nice. I like the look of it. I started out yellow and I did that around the whole house, and I didn't actually like it, so I do change it to white, a little bit cleaner. Yeah, so here we go. I'm changing it to white. Yeah, it looks quite nice. It's a very light colored house. You know, it's kind of ocean. I guess it kind of goes nicely with the ocean because it's a light color. It's not overwhelming. You know, it's calming colors on the outside here. And same with the inside as well. It's light blue inside, which is very nice. So you can see here, that's what I'm doing. I'm also putting in some more of that blue siding. You can see just around the place. And the bottom here goes stone, I believe. Maybe not that part, but there is a part of the bottom that I do make stone. Also, just adding in some more of the white siding around the place, as you can see here. Looks quite nice. I do like a lot of spinning of the camera. Sorry about that. Sorry if you get dizzy. And, you know, just, yeah, it looks quite nice. I like the colors that I ended up going with. You can see here I'm doing some stone on the foundation and also on the back area there, which I was talking about earlier. And it looks quite nice. Anyway, flattening out a place for where the cars will be parked, the driveway. And what am I doing here? Getting some trees in. I love that tree. And, you know, I like this aspen tree. I think it's an aspen. No, maybe it's not birch tree. I think that yellowish color tree is birch tree. And I also love the large one that's on the corner of the house as well. I think that's from Showtime as well, which very nice. I really like that tree. Anyway, putting in some railings for the front instead of half walls because the half walls were just too heavy, I thought. So I went with some black fencing. And also I used the half walls around the back of the house though. Yeah, so that doesn't look bad at all. Anyway, this is the master bedroom balcony. It is at a spiral staircase, so you can get from that down to the main floor. It's not only the main floor, the basement level, I guess. I don't know. You know, so that's a nice little touch there. So if you want to, you can get down from there, which means it's really nice because from the master bedroom, you can go out to the balcony and then down the steps and walk to the beach, which is very nice. Anyway, doing the floor plan here, that's the master bedroom and bathroom, and up here is going to be a loft. You can see I just did that there with the ladder. It's going to just be a study up there, which is kind of nice. Also, I'm trying to figure out where I want to put the stairs in the basement. I end up putting them there. And I ended up putting the kitchen in the left and the dining rooms in the right corner. So you can see there. And also the living room's going to be down the middle. Down here, there's two bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, which I'm trying to just lay out here. There's also a bonus room down there as well. I'm also putting in some windows for the basement, just so out the front, because there's a bedroom that doesn't look out to the back, so it's convenient if you have some windows there. Anyway, splitting there's the 2 bedrooms. As you can see, they're both the same size, and there's the bathrooms. So you can see there's 2 bathrooms. Which is very convenient, and a laundry room, which I also put in, so that helps a lot. You know, plenty of space for Sims, which is very good. Anyway, just touching up the area, just fixed up the little area because it was glitching out the lighting for those 2 bits that come up out of the roof, which is very annoying, so I do fix that. Anyway, putting in some smaller windows here, which I said I'd do, and they just kind of go around the area, just, you know, to add some more light into the house. Yeah, anyway, here I'm putting in another fireplace, a different double-sided fireplace, as you can see. And then you can see the chimney just comes straight up the middle of that roof, down through the middle, which of course is the living room there, so that makes sense. Changing the color of the front door here, I think I make it a light blue. Yeah, there we go, just a nice kind of like light powder blue. Yeah, so what am I doing here? Just figuring out the railing for the stairs, which I'm just doing there. And yeah, so putting in a different kind of front step to match the back stairs, and I'm putting in the driveway here. So you can see here, this is a nice kind of stone paver texture, which I really like. I used it in the last house. I end up using this terrain paint a lot, so you can see there it is. Also, I put in 2 cars in the driveway, and I also use this terrain paint on the patio downstairs. Anyway, putting in some terrain paint under the landscaping, which I completely didn't talk about, but nice landscaping as well, as you can see. Some bushes, rocks, and flowers, very nice yellow, white, and blue flowers. There's the 2 cars, as you can see, a minivan and like a little more sedan, really only 2 doors, so it's kind of like a coupe, which is quite nice there in the driveway. So it is a 2-car driveway. I don't know if you can fit a 3rd car, maybe not. I didn't try it. Also putting some windows over the front door just for some detail. I do black them out later though, so you don't see underneath the roof, which is black in those windows. Anyway, putting some more trees around the house. Also putting in a bunch of bushes around these stairs here that lead from the upper porch down to the lower one. Yeah, so just putting in a bunch of rocks and plants and stuff just to make it look nice. Some dirt terrain paint, you know, just to finish it all off. Yeah, so also putting the little pavers. Here we go with the stone pavers patio. So you can see here, nice stone patio, like nice pavers. I don't know, it just looks nice. I really like that texture. I ended up using that, so there you go. Also putting a little bit of rock texture just on the steep bits of the lot. I don't know. Also some dirt terrain paint along the edge of the house, and yeah. Also, I was going to put in a pool, but I decided against it because there wasn't really enough room. Also some more windows along that side of the house there. And yeah, so I think that's all the windows and doors finished. And we can move to the interior which I think what I'm doing here. So just putting in some flooring so I can kind of visualize what the house is going to look like. What am I doing here? I don't even know. Oh, what's going on? I think I'm overviewing what I did. We're doing the kitchen. I think I start the kitchen and then come back to it later. So yeah, so this is the kitchen. There's a small island in the middle. It's actually not that small, but a decent sized island in the middle, and also some cabinets on corners on the other side. It's a very interesting design. It's kind of an interesting kitchen. Definitely not your usual kitchen layout. You can see there's the refrigerator and oven is on one side and the sink is on the other. Yeah, so I just lay out the kitchen and I'm putting in the interior doors now, which I haven't done yet. So you can see there's the door to the master bedroom, master bathroom, and then all the doors for the bathrooms and bedrooms downstairs. You know, just getting that all sorted out. Also choosing a kind of stone pavers for the patio, no, not patio, the porches, just to look nice. Also a nice wood flooring for the interior, so this is kind of like a light, I don't know, it's like a birch wood look. I think that's what birch wood looks like. You know, it's like a nice light kind of whitish wood, which looks very nice. Also putting in some columns. I really love these columns from Pets. And I use them all over the place. I use them around the fireplace, as you can see, and around the stairs. I probably overuse those columns in this house, but they really look nice, and I really love the way I use those. I'm also putting in some fake lighting from Buy-to-Bug. I remove all this fake lighting later, except for some that's on the second level of the living room. Just, you know, so it can have a bit of light up there. You know, but you don't see those lights in live mode, but I think like 90% of them are removed from the final house, so it's not a big deal at all. Putting in some nice columns here on the fireplace, changing the color of them, repositioning them, all that kind of stuff. So you can see just kind of adds nice accent to the fireplace. And you can see there's a 2-story ceiling. Also putting in some details upstairs on the second part of the fireplace. So the fireplace really is the focal point of the main floor. Just kind of like sticking up 2 levels. I don't know, it's really cool. I really like the look of it. Also putting a putting a TV on one side and a picture on the other. Also looking for wallpapers. Throughout the whole house I use this really nice wallpaper from University Life. I mean, not the paint, the color itself, but the wood bits at the top and bottom I use throughout the whole house. I really like it. It's a beautiful kind of wood trimming on that wallpaper. I really like it, so that's what I ended up using throughout the whole house. And yeah, also making kind of like a nice light grayish blue, which you can see I'm just putting in here. So it's a really nice calming color inside the house. I really like the way it turned out. Anyway, putting in the couch, I do a I do a sectional sofa, which is from 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff, actually. I've never used it before. But there it is. You can see I do change the color of it. It's not that hideous orange and I don't know what color that is, maroon color. So I do change it. Also putting in a couple chairs here, just, you know, so nice seating in the living room. And in the not the lower part, but the back part of the living room, I just put in some bookshelves. Not quite in that way, but there are some bookshelves. And what else do I put in there? I put in some seating and stuff like that, so you can read there or something. There's more bookshelves on the loft study area, so there's more a lot of bookshelves up there. So, you know, plenty of bookshelves in this house for your Sims to enjoy. You know, if they're big into reading, this house is ideal for them. Anyway, here I'm changing the color of the couch, the sectional sofa. Kind of, the maroon kind of stays, but it's more dulled down, and the orange wood is turned white, so it's much more elegant. I'm changing the chairs here. The chair cushions are the same as the couch, but I make a really interesting kind of gray pattern. Gray stripy pattern on it, which I think is interesting. Never used it before. Also putting in some paintings and plants as well. As you can see, also a nice lamp there, just to kind of make it look cozy and lived in. Also a coffee table, of course, and a rug, which I also put in. I changed the rug later. I don't leave it this black texture, which I put on it here, as you can see. I do change that because it's just not that nice. Also putting some details on the fireplace mantle and some sconces here on the other side of the fireplace, just to kind of add some detailing to it. I don't know, some light, of course, so it's good to have some nice lighting in the house. Yeah, so I was putting those around the place, and, you know, it just looks very nice. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Also changing the color of the door frames, because I wasn't happy with them. And, yeah, so what am I doing here? Just changing the color of the columns on these stairs, as you can see, and adding some columns downstairs, just for some accent. And what am I doing here? I'm not sure. I was looking for placing columns outside, and I do put one by the spiral staircase that leads down to the patio. Changing the colors of all the railings here, which is nice. They all go white, which matches the house quite a lot better. Yeah, so we're going to continue furnishing soon, I believe. Yeah, I'll put that sculpture out in the backyard. I thought it was interesting. I don't know. I don't usually use sculptures a lot, so I do keep that there. And you can see I was putting in some curtains on your they kind of go through the bookshelf, but it looks all right. And there's the front. I'm putting some curtains there as well. And that's the loft, as you can see here. This is it here. And yeah, so just a nice extra space for your Sims to enjoy. What am I doing here? Also putting in a drafting table, which I don't know where that goes in the basement, actually. The drafting table does go in the basement. There is a grand piano in the living room, though, which is underneath the loft. Yeah, also a couple more chairs here, which I do change the type of chair later to a chair from Ambitions, I believe. But the pattern stays the same. I just changed the chair type. Anyway, what am I doing here? Putting in some lighting for the master bedroom door. You can see a couple of plants on the other side of the door for the master bedroom, which is very interesting. I thought it looked fancy. You know. Also, continuing on the kitchen here, I just come back to the kitchen to work on it a bit more. The countertops and cabinets all go wood, which is kind of an interesting, what's the word? It's an interesting contrast to the rest of the kitchen, because it's all the rest of the house, really, because it's all kind of stone, and the wood color is very different than the floor, which actually goes tile. So, you know, it's really like the only wood in the room besides the bits on the walls. You know, so it's kind of like a warm contrast into the cool colors of the rest of the kitchen, which is kind of nice. Anyway, putting a giant mirror over the kitchen sink, which is kind of weird, but I thought it was nice. You can see behind the sink is a stone wall, and all the bathrooms do have a stone wall behind the sinks, which I thought was kind of fancy. There's a tile backsplash, though, in this part of the kitchen here behind the oven and refrigerator. Yeah, so you can see there I put in a white tile floor, which carries throughout all the bathrooms in the house as well. And also detailing the kitchen with a bunch of nice details, you know, just to make it look more lived in and more realistic, of course. And yeah, so also some lighting underneath the cabinets. There is no ceiling lights in the kitchen. They're all wall lights, which is interesting. And I think all of them are kind of hidden underneath the cabinets, so at night it is lit up, and it's very cool looking. I like the way that turned out. Anyway, I'm putting black paint underneath the roof here, so that window over the front door is just blacked out. Because I don't really want you to be able to see through it, because there's nothing to see inside it, other than like just like underneath the roof. So I do kind of work on that a bit. And yeah, so I got this kind of wall that goes through the middle, which I paint black. So you can see that front window is now blacked out, which is what I wanted. Anyway, just putting black paint in all the places your Sims can't go, which is something I like to do. I don't know why, I just like it to be black, so it looks clean and simple. I am a perfectionist, so it has to look nice and clean, and yeah, and finished off. So that's what I did there. Anyway, what am I doing here? I'm coming in and changing the chairs here, like I said I would. So I'm using these Ambitions high back chairs instead of the ones from the store, which I was using elsewhere. The reason I changed them out is because they too much matched the ones in the living room, because they're the same chair, just a different color. So I changed that out. Also putting a rug there by the piano, and a plant in the corner, of course. Just a little bit of extra detail. Always have to have the plants. I love plants. Also putting in some curtains, of course, and changing the railing colors for the stairs, which is always nice to have. Matching railing colors, and also putting in a little side table here by the front door. You know, I put a plant on the floor there, and just, you know, some little details on top of the table. Also here I'm changing the colors of the rugs. I make them kind of like a blue color, which you can see I'm doing here. So they kind of like go in like a nice dark blue, which I use throughout the entire house, and it looks very nice. I like the look of them. Also putting another little table there along this wall in the living room. I really love these kind of side tables. They came with Supernatural, and they're so useful because they're half the thickness of a normal table, so they can really fit in smaller areas. Yeah, so here I'm putting in the chandeliers. Excuse me, the chandeliers actually go on the lower floor. They don't go on the second level of the what do you call it, of the living room. So I leave those kind of fake lights on the second level, and I put real chandeliers on the first level. As you can see here, they're down on the first level of the living room. And I also put chandelier chains in, so the chandeliers aren't just floating. You know, so it looks really nice when you're down inside the house, which you'll see at the end of the video. I have some panning shots, some overview shots of the house, which you can definitely see the house much better with those, so I recommend sticking around for those, and they are coming at the end of this video. So also putting a little shoe rack next to the front door, which is always useful to have. You know, you can put your shoes there, or it's just a nice detail in the game at least. Yeah, so anyway, I'm doing the dining room here, and you can see here I have this nice nice table there, a nice glass table. I really like that table because you can kind of see like a faint pattern of tree branches in it, which I think is really cool. I also love these chairs, which are from Fast Lane stuff of all packs, and they're really nice. I think that they're very modern and simplistic, and yeah, I like them a lot, and I use them a lot as well. I'm also putting a little buffet table here, kind of just like a side table. I don't know, you can put whatever you want on that, or just leave it like that as a detail. And also, I keep saying that you can do this or that, and you can if you download the house, which is entirely possible. There should be a download link in the description of this video. If there isn't, then it will be coming soon, but there should be one down there, and you can click that and download this house from the Sims resource, of course, because this is a Sims resource video. And yeah, you can enjoy that and do whatever you want with the house, which is always handy. Anyway, I'm putting, I finished the dining room actually, and I'm putting some details around the place, some mats outside. And also, if you notice, I put some stuff in the basement. I put the drafting table down there and stuff like that. Also putting some exterior lighting, as you can see here, just some lights that go around the doors and stuff, which is very nice to have. And yeah, so it looks very nice. And what I'm doing here, putting in the stair color just so it matches everything, which is always good to have, of course. And yeah, I think that's the main living areas of the house done upstairs, and I just have this room down here to do. Changing out the colors and stuff. I will do that basement room later. I don't think I do it at this moment. Yeah, so anyway, I'm doing the loft here, I believe. Yeah, so it's kind of like a study area, so you can see where I have that desk. It will be a computer desk, so there's a computer on it, as you can see. So this is the office area, this is where the computer is in the house, and you can see I have some bookshelves. Well, I say some, there's a lot of bookshelves. Now, the only inconvenient thing about this room is that it is a ladder. You need to have a ladder to get to it, so... you know, for some Sims, some older Sims, that could be inconvenient, but, you know, whatever. Also an art easel and a nice leather chair for sitting. You know, it's kind of like a nice secluded area, but yeah, it's still open because it looks down into the living room, so it's a very cool room. I really like the way that turned out. Anyway, I'm doing the master bedroom here. The master bedroom turns out really nicely. It's kind of an interesting design I do. I put a kind of partition by the front door, which is glass. This house is a very interesting mix of traditional and modern. Like the outside is kind of modern and traditional, like the windows and doors are more traditional, but the angular roof and stuff is very modern, and it's the same story inside. Like the kitchen is modern yet traditional. It's a very interesting mix, which I really like the way it turned out though. You know, it blends traditional and modern really well together, this house, so, you know, it's a very interesting house. I really like the way it turned out. Anyway, putting in the putting in the bed in the master bedroom. There's also some nice columns on the other side of the headboard there, which I thought was interesting. The master bedroom goes a green color, which is very nice. I like the look of the green. And you can see here the nice kind of green walls, which kind of look like palm tree leaves, like palm leaves. I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting, and it kind of fits in, I guess. I mean, there's palm trees right outside this house, so, you know, it kind of works well. Also putting in these nice marble-topped nightstands as well, with these really interesting lamps on them, which I really like the way those lamps look. They are definitely very interesting. Yeah, so also putting in a rug here out of these Into the Future carpet squares, which are for plants, but I use them as rugs throughout this house, and I have been doing that in all my recent houses. Also getting in the curtains here, just changing them to kind of like a beige color, which looks very interesting. Also getting in some dressers, plenty of storage. As you can see, a lot of drawers here. There is no closet, so that's what is the closet, I guess. Also putting in some sconces. I used some yellow sconces here, which I thought were very interesting. Definitely was a nice contrast to the calmer colors of the room, I guess. Also getting a nice chair, just choosing which one I wanted. You know, like a nice kind of chair with a little place for putting up your feet. Also a plant next to that, and a painting above it, I believe. You know, this looks really nice. Also putting in a partition, which I'm going to do in a moment. Yeah, so I put this wall in, and I put a couple Into the Future glass bits in it, and make them frosted, so, I don't know, it looks really nice. And I also put in a couple of the columns on the other side of it. So you kind of have this nice partition when you walk into the room. It's kind of like a little entrance area. You get like a little side table there. Just with some stuff on it. I thought it looks really nice. And also a dresser on the other side of it. I guess if there's not enough storage space already. You have that as well with a nice Tiffany lamp on it, which I believe I find after a moment. Yeah, there it is. I really like the way that looks. I think it's kind of interesting. Definitely different. You know, and it turned out quite nicely. Anyway, putting in some more carpet squares, and that's the master bedroom done. Now we're moving on to the master bathroom. And you can see here I'm just putting in the sink area. So it's just a single sink. There is no double sinks. I could have done that, but I wanted the cabinets on the other side of it, so I did a single sink. Anyway, if you do download the house, you can change to double sinks if that's something that you want. Also, you can see here all the bathrooms have a tub and shower combination, so all the bathrooms are pretty similar, including the master bathroom. I think I make them all very similar. All different colors though, but you know, they're very similar in layout. Also putting in some rugs here, as you can see, some mats on the floor. Getting in some details, some hand towels, something I always have to do. Hand towels, hand soap, and you know, shower towels and toilet paper, and and hair dryer, all that kind of stuff I really like to do. Also a little painting there for over the not the hand towels, the shower towels, I guess, I don't know, the bathing towels, whatever you call them. And yeah, so that's the master bathroom done. I'm just going to quickly do all the bathrooms downstairs now. There's only 2 of them, but you know, I do them all here. You can see here putting in the cabinets, and then I'm going to put in the I already put in the counters and sinks, then the cabinets come in. And then the toilets, as you can see here, they're all coming in, and also the showers and tub combinations. One of the bathrooms downstairs here goes beige and the other goes pink. I don't know, I just felt like doing that. Again, if you download the house, you can change the colors if you wish. Also, you can see you're putting stone behind all the cabinets. That middle room there, this is going to be the laundry room here, which I just put the mirror in there. When I do the laundry room later, I finish it off later. So also putting in the hand soap or pumps, you know, on all the sinks. Also changing the color of the rug in the kitchen because I never did that. Also putting some mats in, you know, just some stuff like that. Also putting in the hand towels, red for the pink bathroom because they kind of go together. And I believe green for the beige bathroom, yes. So, you know, really nice, kind of simple bathrooms, you know, but they get the job done. Also some details on the counters here, candle, hair dryer, and some artwork there. You know, so it also kind of goes nicely. You know, still detailed, even though they're pretty simple bathrooms. Also a ship's wheel on the wall of that bathroom. And yeah, also getting a painting there next to the door. And yeah, so I believe that's the 2 bathrooms downstairs finished. Also putting in some lighting in the hallway here and a little rug there. Also putting a side table, which I just did here, with a mirror over it. Yeah, so it looks quite nice. I like the way this kind of little area turned out. That's where like the main stuff is. Like you have the 2 bedrooms and the 2 bathrooms, and you know, it's kind of like the family area. I don't know. What am I saying? Anyway, I'm going to be doing this area downstairs. Yeah, here we go. So this is the kind of gaming area. I don't know. It's kind of just a bonus room. It's also got a TV in it, but it's also got a gaming console in it as well. And also another sectional sofa, some more bookshelves, of course. You know, it's a pretty simple room. It really is a flexible room, so you can really make it whatever you want. I don't know. It could be a gym or a I don't know. Just let your imagination go wild. You can make it whatever you want, really. It's a very flexible room because it's just kind of an open space down here. It's a long and narrow room. You know, I just kind of made it a generic gaming bonus room. So, you know, you can make it whatever you want if you download the house. You know, just putting in some details around the place, like some plants and, you know, a little painting here. I also put a sitting area here. You know, just to kind of finish it off a bit, make it nice and detailed. You know, little plants around the place, and I think that's that area done. You know, pretty simple, but you know, nice and elegant as well. So I mean, if you don't want to change, if you want to use this house and you don't want to change that room, you know, it all works out nicely. Anyway, anyway, I'm doing the guest bedroom now, which I do change the colors in a moment. But you can see here it looked large until I put the bed in it, and then it looks much smaller. Yeah, but anyway, putting in some bookshelves, but I later changed to dressers. This doesn't necessarily need to be a guest bedroom. I guess it could be a teen's bedroom or something, because it is a little bit nicer than a guest bedroom would be, I guess. You know, you have the shelves as nightstands, also that really nice painting over the bed. Also, if you notice, I changed the color to gray instead of beige. There's the dressers, which I just switched out the bookcases for. Also, I was going to put a TV in, but the windows weren't in line with the bed, which annoyed me, so I didn't put the TV in. Also, that nice plant there. I really love that plant. It kind of just acted as an accent on that wall instead of using a painting. And I used the painting on that wall. And yeah, so that's the guest bedroom or slash family member's bedroom. I don't know. You know, this is a kid's bedroom here, which I really love the way this turned out. It's got that funky wallpaper, funky geometric wallpaper, and it's also got these kind of fun, childish bedspreads on. So we have like skull and crossbones and kind of a ship theme on one, and a starry night kind of on the other. We also have a dresser in between. There is some more storage that I put in this room in a moment. I was going to put a desk in, but it didn't fit, so that was a little bit unfortunate. You can see I put in some more drawers along that wall. Also a plant, and I love this rug, which I kind of pieced together these little DNA type rugs. I don't know if they're supposed to be DNA or whatever. These hexagon rugs, and I pieced them together. They're really nice and colorful, and I really like the way those turned out. Also getting some posters in. You know, these are ones from Showtime. I couldn't find any I liked. I wasn't really happy with that one I put up, but I used it anyway. I couldn't find any better one. And also some beanbag chairs. And yeah, that's the kids' room pretty much. Pretty simple. I really like the way that turned out, though. It's one of my favorite bedrooms. Also putting in the washer and dryer here. in the laundry room, which makes sense. And you know, just a pretty simple laundry room. Got all the details in it though, and yeah, plenty of space in there as well. Also, finishing up the outside here with changing the color of the spiral staircase and also putting in some outdoor furniture. Anyway, I'm finishing up the house here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to the Sims Resource YouTube channel for more great Sims shows. Will be coming after this, I'm sure, for your enjoyment. And also check out my YouTube channel. I make videos like this. Most likely there'll be the Sims 4 videos by the time you're watching this. You know, so check that out. It's Simtastic Builder on YouTube. Anyway, just adding the final details. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully on my channel or on this channel. I don't know really what the future has to bring. But anyway, I'll see you next time, and hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Bye, everyone.